The system is failing. We're going to have more homelessness, more unemployment, and the government has to print more money. It's a command and control economy where the government tells you everything. I just don't trust our government. And they're going to have to start printing pretty quickly. And the more they print, the less value, purchasing power the dollar has, or the loonie, or the yen, or the peso. People are talking about inflation. I think we're in depression right now, and we're going to be the biggest depression in world history. In the 1970s, that's when the world was changing. The biggest bust in the history of the world is coming up. It's pensions. They trusted the government. They trusted their pension would be there, and it's going to go bust. And that's us. We'd get crushed.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. As guys, I had a very special day today, as I had an incredible interview with Hugo Fillion, CEO of Flare Networks. That video will be posted tomorrow, and most of your most asked questions will be answered. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of what Flare Networks is and what benefit it will bring to all of you here in the XRP community once we finally get our Spark tokens. I understand some of you may be frustrated that it's taken a long time to get your tokens, but I have to remind you, this airdrop is well worth the wait, and you need to start getting yourselves educated on it now. Tomorrow will be one of the most important videos I post on my channel for the future of our community's growth, and I highly recommend you tune into that one. With that being said though, guys, before I continue, I have to say on my OnlyFans down in the description below, I am posting a monstrosity of a crypto that I just purchased today. It is one that I think is going to take the world by storm, especially after we reverse in the upwards direction in this market. And I'm also revealing how I've reorganized my portfolio and what cryptos I will be accumulating if the market happens to fall further. Ladies and gentlemen, I highly recommend you sign up, as it's well worth the information. Now, with that being said though, guys, I have to say, me personally, I'm getting more and more bullish on the state of this market as a whole. As we see here on CoinMarketCap, Bitcoin's at 20K, Ether at 1100, XRP at 33 cents. The crypto market has been trading sideways for a couple weeks, and this is good. We're about to make a decision. And me personally, I've been seeing market sentiment go complete 180 to 100% bearish. Everyone is calling for cataclysmic price levels, and to me that makes me extremely excited. I buy up your crypto fear. I buy when there's blood on the streets, but I have to make an important distinction. While me personally, I'm extremely bullish on this market right now, that does not mean I'm buying anything. I can let all of you know how I'm feeling, but that's different than what I'm doing. Ladies and gentlemen, the very real possibility that we crash to lower targets is on the table, and my cash is on the side ready to be deployed if it does, and I'm patiently waiting for the market to give me those entry points, and I'm not chasing anything right now. The reason is because I have accumulated crypto for 6+ years. And because of this, I'm being greedy with my entry points and my money. That being said, I'm going to show you the number one biggest indicator to me that makes me so bullish in the state of this market right now. Jim Cramer said he's extremely bearish and sees no value in crypto. Is that in fact the bottom signal? Jim Cramer has manipulated the minds of the masses for years, has always made predictions that would have lost retail investors money. He is clearly a puppet in the financial media, and he's here to make you lose money. So please listen to him give you the worst take I've ever heard. And you should be made aware that this is an extreme opportunity for you to get excited for. Please take a listen.
So, I mean, look, right now it looks like that everything's bad, and I'm not going to deny that every asset class is getting hurt. The one I'm most interested in is crypto, because a lot of people are in crypto, and crypto really does seem to be imploding. But it goes from $3 trillion to $1 trillion. Why should it stop at $1 trillion? There's no real value there. NFTs. I mean, you look at these companies. There's these companies that you never heard of, and they blew up over the weekend. And you just say to yourself, holy cow, there's $600 million just going down the drain. And we had Gary Gensler, the chairman, on a few weeks ago, and he just said, look, anybody who has a come-hither rate of investment, you just, in other words, the rate that you earn, you can kind of forget about them. And that's what's happening.
All right,
how many
Jim.
places can Sam Bankman-Fried save? Melissa, how many can he save?
We had 13.9 was what Katie Stockton's next Bitcoin support level, 13.9.
What an awful ass. NFTs sold to you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, under typical market conditions, I would 110% believe that this is the market bottom due to Jim Cramer's harsh stance on crypto. However, as we can see from Gold Telegraph, this was 3 weeks ago that SEC launched an insider trading inquiry into crypto exchanges. In early May, Gensler said crypto exchanges were trading against customers, regardless of whether or not that is a fact. Exchanges are burning left and right. First and foremost, Voyager files for bankruptcy, and account holders likely won't get all their crypto back. Ladies and gentlemen, since day one, almost every day on my channel, I stress that you all have to get your offline hardware wallets in order to get your crypto 110% protected. Ladies and gentlemen, how many times do you need to learn? Celsius, Voyager, others will be coming as well. But fear not, my friends. If you have your offline wallets, you're sleeping easy at night. I bet many of you wish you didn't have your Flare coming to an exchange. That is why self-custody always trumps exchanges. A lot of people haven't even received their Songbird yet. Now, when it comes to the Spark token, let's see how many more exchanges will stick around. That being said, we also see that FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, have stated we have a few billion to support the crypto industry if needed. And he's been leaking day in and day out that there's probably a big boy out there that is insolvent. We haven't seen it yet. We might see one of the nastiest wicks in crypto history happen. It will be fast. It'll be quick. It'll be dark. But trust me when I tell you that is when the stars come out to shine. I'll still be here in and out every day because the upside will return in short order in this market. Do not get dissuaded. I've warned you all for years about this scenario playing out. Welcome to the party. And something I want to share with all of you is this tweet by Crypto Eddie. A central view from Dan Moorhead of Pantera. Crypto may decouple from markets impacted by interest rates. Ladies and gentlemen, while the crypto market has been crashing due to exchanges UST and Terra, what I have to say is, as far as interest rates are concerned, that may have played a role. But Dan Moorhead states, commodities and crypto could keep rallying in the event of continued interest rate hikes. Even if this is in fact the case, ladies and gentlemen, you have to understand here, I've always believed that whatever crash we're experiencing now will be short-lived. I've always believed that XRP and a couple other cryptos are a solution to a financial crisis and multi-trillion-dollar problems, and I want you to hear this from him himself. Please take a listen.
Yeah, so one of our essential views is that although, obviously interest rates have to impact bonds mathematically, and they almost certainly have to impact stocks, and then other things like real estate will certainly be targets of the Fed, there are some asset classes like cryptocurrencies that should be uncorrelated or disconnected from the interest rate markets. So although it hasn't happened yet, crypto's been very correlated with risk assets. I can easily see a world in, say, a year when stocks are down, bonds are down, real estate's down, but crypto is rallying and trading on its own, very much like gold does, or soft commodities like corn, soybeans are all doing very well. So that's the world that I think we'll see.
So basically, in 6 to 12 months or so, or longer, all the asset classes are down except for crypto.
Could be, including commodities and other things that are not any kind of fixed quantity thing that doesn't have a direct connection to interest rates could keep rallying. Because, the fundamentals in crypto are still very positive. Obviously, we had a huge bull market and now a huge bear market. But I've been through 5 of those so far, and in 10 years we've been investing in crypto. So it's not, this is not unprecedented. We've seen it a lot.
Dan, great to get your take. Thanks for joining us.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you got what Dan Morehead had to say. There will be a time, in my opinion, where crypto will be inversely proportional to the stock market. Not yet. It still has no real utility yet, but post-regulations, things will change. When these networks are allowed to reign free without regulatory uncertainty, we'll see the true value and what it's really meant for. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to remind you that JP Morgan in 2018 stated cost, speed, liquidity characteristics of Ripple's XRP have made it the most appealing digital asset for financial institutions for application at scale. Ripple has already received acceptance within the financial community, and it was stated here in this JP Morgan document, February 2018. The reason I'm bringing this up right now is to remind all of you why we're here. One of Ripple's competitors, JP Morgan and JPM Coin, is over here giving them the credit they deserve. That is a big endorsement and not something all of you should take lightly. Ladies and gentlemen, XRP specifically as a digital asset is going through this SEC lawsuit that will bring clarity to the market. I believe we could have reached a settlement already, but Ripple is going for the jugular and the win. With that being an important thing you cannot ignore, I have to put your attention on this. Tim Draper has stated crypto will be bigger than the dot-com bubble, and I 100% agree. The trillions upon trillions of dollars and the future Amazons and Googles of this specific asset class will make so many millionaires, it won't even be funny. What you all need to understand is how early you are, how well positioned you are, and that only the strong will take advantage of moments like this in the market. And while tomorrow I will be giving you the interview with Hugo from Flare Networks, we have to mentally understand where we're at. We're at research time in the market. We're at entry point time in the market. We're at waiting time in the market. And we're in education time in the market. The more technical skills, security protocols, underlying technical and fundamental research you do, the more money you will make. I've already lived through it. Now I'm here to guide you all through it as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Now listen to Tim Draper tell you why you're exactly where you all need to be.
From the other side of that, the young ones also bought up a lot of .com stocks in 1999. When they blew up or imploded, they were scared off the market for years until then the other bubble started, which was the housing market bubble and the mortgage bubble. So how long do you think, if you had to guess, how long does the washout in crypto for investors, how long does it lengthen? I don't know if you want to call it a bear market or a crypto winter or whatever. What just happened before people start dipping their toes and fingers back into cryptocurrency again?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the .com, the .bomb, the thing that blew up, because it was younger people that were all interested in the internet and all of that. And the older people said, "Oh God, you can't put your credit card on the internet. Yeah. Somebody's going to steal your money." And they'd say things like, "Oh God, I would never use email. It's got to be physical, or I only want to invest in hardware, something I can hold and feel." Those young people were right. The internet happened. It was huge. It got concentrated into some companies that really became extraordinary. Some of them went the way of pets.com or whatever, but some of them became Amazon and Google and a big part of Apple, Facebook. There's some big companies, trillion-dollar companies that came out of that internet. Well, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, is going into an industry that's even bigger than what the internet was. And all these young people, they're right.
He's a great guy.
Another point you've made, and this is, I think, particularly relevant 10 years into a bull market, is that I think you said more money has been lost anticipating a downturn than actually in the downturn. Can you explain?
Well, obviously, the market's gone up tenfold since I stopped running Magellan. So you make more money on the upside. The market's going to be a lot higher 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. Trying to predict the market is really a waste. I don't know what it's going to do. It can go down. When I ran Magellan, 13 years, it declined 10% or more, 9 times the market. Wow. I had a perfect record. I went down more than 10% every time. Wherever the market went down, I went down more. But over the long term, the upside is more than the downside. So you got to say to yourself, do I need the money in the next month? Do I need the money in the next year? Do I have kids going to college? Do I have a wedding coming up? Then you're a bad investor. If you can keep putting money in, you have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 year, you should do well.